What's up? What's up? What's going on, guys? It's your host, Invisible GFS. Let's talk Draftkings first look fantasy football for week 14. All right, guys. So let's talk about the guys that I gave you guys. So it was Golf, of course. I give you Parker and Woods, Montgomery, and Ferguson. All five of them is on that team. The good thing is the other players that I have that's also come through for me. Gov did good with 27-14. James Robinson. I like James Robinson and Montgomery. I talk about them a lot. So both 22-82 and 27-10. So that was good. Parker was very disappointed. There's 7.2%, and he wasn't that. He was only on 7.2%. So I just wish he had a better game than that. But this team where he had 211 points. Why? Of course, the Pats and Waller. Those guys just. Whew, that's 79 points between your tight end and defense. That is insane. Ferguson, man, the Tennessee game in the first half, that game was crazy. So actually, I like Ferguson again. We'll talk about it later. But that was the team. So let's forget about week 13 and let's jump to week 14. So let's start with the quarterback position. So I got my notes here. So let's start. For quarterback, in no positions. So I don't put them in any particular order, guys. So right now, the guys I'm looking at is let's start with Rodgers against Detroit, 7.5K against Detroit. I like that. Detroit. I was expecting Detroit to lose yesterday, of course. The Bears, man. Oh, Trubisky basically gave that game away. But Trubisky was a popular play, but I'm glad it wasn't for me. A lot of people, I don't know why. I guess the fact that he can watch, but I'm just glad I wasn't a big fan. But of course, I ended up playing him a little bit because I didn't want to miss just in case. But this week, Rodgers at 7.5K against Detroit. I'm hoping that's a game I think you can stack. Probably gonna stack it. And Rodgers he has that one great receiver, and that's easy enough for him to have a great game because so many people are gonna key on him. Then he might be able to use his tight end that's actually been playing good, and also Lazard. So definitely Rodgers is one of my five best quarterback for the week. Another quarterback I'm gonna go with. He had a bad game yesterday, and that's Herbert. Let's forget about yesterday. Just like you see what happened to Las Vegas last week, and compared to Sunday. So Herbert against HCL. Maybe it's nobody gonna go to him because of what happened last week, but me, that's not gonna be the case. I'm gonna go to Herbert and hoping that he bounce back here against Atlanta. All right. So while we're talking about Atlanta, let's talk about Matt Ryan. That's another player I like. So Matt Ryan at that price at 5.7K against the Chargers. Chargers is one of the worst teams. So even the Jets was able to do a little something on them. So I definitely like ATL here. Matt Ryan is not what Matt Ryan used to be because he has the receivers basically to do everything that he can, but he hasn't been putting the points like last year. Was it even? So was it last year or the year before? I don't remember, but when he was like one of the top quarterback, I think that was 2 years ago. But hopefully here against the Chargers, he can come through. So I'm looking forward to definitely. That's another game I'm looking to start. But Matt Ryan is one of my top five quarterback for the week. And let's talk about Tannehill. The next guy is Tannehill. Let's see. Tannehill, man, he ended up with so many points in garbage times, man, in the second half, which helped me, which actually helped me. But he was looking so bad. But against Jacksonville, I expect them to bounce back here, probably win this game. But there's a chance Jacksonville can. I'm not sure who's gonna start for Jacksonville at quarterback. I'm hoping Minshew gonna come back. I mean, he was healthy, but they didn't start him, so I'm hoping he get his job back. I think with him, Jacksonville has a better chance. Uh, that's another game that could be a shootout, even though it's Jacksonville, but it's Jacksonville at home against Tennessee. And Tannehill, regardless, he's a guy that can run a little bit. I remember in college, when he was in college, even though he was playing quarterback, I used to play him as a receiver. I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but yes, he was listed as a receiver and he was playing quarterback when they changed him from receiver to quarterback. So I like him here. The thing is, of course, you have Henry that can also run the ball, lead the league in rushing yards. So hopefully, both of them will be able to do their things. If not the case, hopefully Tannehill. All right. Uh, Now that I gave you guys those guys, that's one, two, three, four. Let's go with five here. Quarterback. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with this guy right here, and that is Tua. Okay, Tua against KC, 5.4K. Yeah, Miami probably gonna lose, and Miami gonna be behind. But I wanna see what Tua does when Miami is behind. How he gonna throw the ball? Is he gonna run a little bit more and playing catch up and stuff like that? I mean, we saw Denver, which Miami is a better team than Denver. We saw Denver stay close, and Miami defense has also been good. So it's not like Denver. The only reason they were able to stay is not because of the offensive game, but because of the defense, because Kansas City couldn't score when they get to the red zone. So hopefully Miami will be able to play, keep the game close, or at least Tua will be able to catch up, and that could mean a lot of yards. We might be able to see the most fantasy point Tua will score then. So in one game this year. All right, so Tua, I'm definitely gonna take a chance on you. And a guy I think that did bad last week, and I'm gonna go to him. I wasn't on him last week, but I'm gonna be on him this week. That is Trubisky. All right, he is at 5.6K against Houston, so I'm gonna take a chance on him here. Cheap. Houston is bad. Another team that's bad against the another team that's bad. So against sorry, against basically Houston is just bad against any team offense. I mean, their defense are just bad. I know they have number 99 there, but JJ Watts to me is not that good. Okay, I know usually you need more players. Just one, I see a team. I remember the Bruce Smith and stuff like the Reggie White. You have those one guys on your team that make the whole team better. But JJ Watt is not like Houston hasn't been. The defense never been good, which is crazy. But regardless, that's one of the reasons I like Trubisky. I think this time he's not going to be popular as he was last week. For that reason, I like him. As far as one more guy, so I give you six. Let's go with another guy here. Watson's against Chicago. If I'm gonna go there, but if I'm gonna go with one of, Mahomes gonna put points no matter who we play. I know yesterday wasn't the case. I would say Wilson's against New York Jets. It looked like whoever played the New York Jets, they just went off. So Wilson will be my 7 here, and he gonna need to bounce back after like this game yesterday. All right, so let's jump to the running back positions. This is probably gonna be the first week where I'm not gonna have Dalvin Cook in the top 5, top 7, but don't count him out. Okay, so let's start here with Henry. Henry yesterday, he has that fumble. Then the Cleveland they just take over and blew out Tennessee in the first half. With all that happened, we know it was the end of him. I expect him to bounce back here against Jacksonville. So you're gonna have to decide it. If you play Henry, I mean, we see game where Henry and Tannehill both have a great game together, but I wouldn't play them together because Henry is not the type of guy that will catch touchdowns or passes. Of course, if you have them together, it will make you very unique. But me personally, I'm not gonna do that. But I definitely like both, so I will have separate team where I either have Henry or Tannehill. All right. So, anyways, one of the guys I'm looking for, I expect him to bounce here, and hopefully he can at least get us his average, which is 20.7. Another guy, man, Robinson. I don't care who he's going against. He will be on my team. 19.7. It feels like every rookie has well done that. This guy does a little bit of everything. For that reason, I like him, and I'm looking forward to play him. Another, the next guy will be Eclair against Etia. Uh, 10.8 actually is good, okay, for the way that team played yesterday. 10.8 is actually good. It was a very popular play, but I'm glad he wasn't on my top five like he was on a lot of people. So that was really good. I had liked him, but not as much as I like the other players. So Eclair definitely, I'm gonna be on him this week, and the next guy will be Elliott at 6.6k. Man, I never thought I would see him this cheap, but I expect him to possibly have his best game. He has this. I expect him to possibly have his best game. Hopefully, that's going to be the case against Cincinnati. I know Dalton is going back to Cincinnati. He's probably going to try to show up. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's mostly going to be an Elliott game here. So, I have a 16.1, which is not bad. So, Elliott will be the guy I'm going to look to play. And I'm going to go back to the running back. That was my favorite running back for the week. I'm going to go back to him again. And he's still only, how much is he now? That would be Montgomery. Oh, I didn't realize they put him so high, 6.5k. I still like him against Houston. Houston just bad. There is a lot of great games as far as fantasy wise this week. So that's a game you can stack if you want to. I'm not sure if I'm going to stack this game, but one guy I know for sure I'm going to have is Montgomery. All right. I'm not sure why the Bears decided not to use him much in the second half after a great first half. I guess they just wanted to give the game away. The next guy I'm going to go with here is Taylor. Okay. I'm glad to see him get the ball at about 19 times, 13 times. So that wasn't as high I was hoping for. So, but he still had a good game. That's because he catch that nice touchdown. But I'm glad he did. I play him. I was high on him last week, but I play him. So hopefully, because of the game script here, hopefully he can get the ball a little bit more, and hopefully he can reach the 15 plus fantasy points here. The next guy, I'm trying to give you guys 7. Sometimes I might go 8 because running back, there's a lot of good play this week, and that will be Drake. Drake against New York Giants. That's a game where they're not going to be behind, where they can most likely going to be able to control this game. I see definitely Drake for a big game here, and he is only 5.5k. All right, and then another guy I'm gonna give you guys, that's like a bonus right here, is Gaskin. The only problem with him in this game is the fact that Miami can be playing behind. But regardless, he should be the one. He should be the one in the game, and he can catch the ball too. So for that reason, I like him a little bit. But I would go with Drake over him here. But definitely wouldn't mind taking a chance on Gaskin. Let's jump on the receivers, and let's start with the top guy. That's Adams. Okay. He's a beast. There's no other way to put it. He is a beast. 37.1, and he's gonna get the ball a lot. So that is a good game you can stack in so many ways. I'm definitely looking forward to playing. There's nothing to say anything else. And the next player will be Allen. His price went down from 8.2k to 7.7. Of course, after what happened in New England, I was expecting that, but I expect him to bounce back here big time against the ATL. All right, he still saw 11 targets, so that's good to see, and I expect him to see even a little bit more here. The next one will be Hopkins against the Giants. Still end up with 19 fantasy points. But I want to see him in the end zone. So hopefully that will be the case here against the Giants. The next guy I see here is AJ Brown. Man, it looks like this guy. Oh, I'm just glad he's okay. Let's just put Brown. I'm just happy he was okay. I had a team that was looking so good in the melee, and AJ Brown was, well, not in the middle, it was in the stack where I had the Mayfield stack. I had him with Mayfield, and I also had him with Tannehill. And when I saw him get hurt, but he came back, so that was good to see. Let's go back to Brown. And but for some reason, when he came back, he was just fumbling the ball. He had a touchdown basically, and those two fumble, he lost one, and then the second one, somebody ended up jump on it in the end zone and score for Tennessee. Could have been a lot better if he didn't have those two fumbles, especially the last one. But he had 11.7. That was good because once he got hurt, I don't think I was expecting him back. But he did came back. But for this week, I expect him to be the main guy, not Corey Davis. I expect him to be the main guy, and hopefully he can do what can duplicate what Corey Davis did last on Sunday. The next guy, Julio. That's I think the first time I have Julio. 6.6K. All right. I'm glad he came out of the game okay. So hopefully with he'll be in better shape as far as his health wise for this week against LA Chargers because that price is just so good. Julio have it 17.2. It's because he just cannot stay on the field. That's his problem. All right. The next guy I'm gonna go with Chip. I haven't seen any cheap price like I see last week, but I'm as the cheap right now. I'm gonna go with the 5K guys right here. I like him last week and I like him again this week, and that's Carter. And he came too. It's great when you like those guys people don't like much, and they came too. But he's playing against Seattle, man. Seattle, we all know, is one of the worst team in everything, basically. 32nd. Man, that's bad. So Crowder, hopefully he gonna be able. Man, the quarterback is just sometimes just bad. I loved the Jets defense last week. I probably love them again this week against Seattle because and the Jets defense did good and would have do even better if their quarterback couldn't stop giving the ball to the other team when they have the ball, and that's usually come back and hurt the defense. But quarter here against Seattle, and they're gonna have to play catch up. Seattle probably gonna try to come here and just try to destroy this team after what happened last week. They played against the Giants last week, so they're playing the New York Jets, so they're probably gonna try to take it out on them. So Crowder hopefully can come here and repeat what he did, and hopefully even better. And the next player, Chalk. Chalk Jr. I don't know which quarterback we're gonna see yet, but for right now I'm gonna put Chalk here. I'm hoping it's Minshew. Minshew mostly gonna look for Chalk more than any of the other quarterback. The other quarterback they just throwing to anybody, but Minshew most have a rapport with Chalk. So if he at 5.3K, definitely like him here. Let's jump to the tight end position. Man, Waller yesterday was amazing. Whew. I wasn't high on him on DK, but I had a lot of them on FD, but I still ended up did better on DK than I did on FD. So let's start with Kelsey here. Kelsey against Miami. It doesn't matter who they play at 7.4K. People might not want to play him because of his price, though that's a good reason you can have him. And of course, if you have him with Mayhem, let's say if you go this way, let's go to the quarterback position. That's bring you down a lot. You only have 4.9K average left, okay? That is crazy. So if you do that, most likely we're not gonna do that. That will make your lineup very, very unique if you wanna go that way. But you can make it work because there's a lot of cheap guys So I might try to do that after I finish talk with all those players about all those players. Let's go here with the second guy, Engram. Yeah, the quarterback position, the quarterback at Giants. Whew, okay, I thought here this game was gonna be shootout, but I was wrong. Basically, everybody was wrong. I mean, like Seattle couldn't even score, but I still like Ingram here. So hopefully he can bounce back here. And he still had what about how many targets he had yesterday? 8 targets, so that was good to see. For that reason, I still like him here. Another Henry here. I mean, I'm done by this anyway. Hunter Henry, whew, only 2 targets, but the whole team was bad yesterday. So I still like him. I like Engram better, but I still like him here at 4.4K, 4.4K against ATL. Goddard against New Orleans. Yes, New Orleans has a great defense, but I like Goddard here. He looks like he's definitely the best tight end. I don't know who's going to be the starter yet for the no, I'm in Philadelphia as quarterback. So, but regardless who it is, I'm still gonna like Goddard more than a lot of those other titles. And the fifth one I'm gonna give you guys is Ferguson. Okay, 3.6K price went up, but I still like him. The first half was just a bad first half for him. Still end up with 7 targets because they turned a lot in the second half. But against Jacksonville, I expect him to be better here. So hopefully he can get a little bit more than 10 fantasy points. At that price, I wouldn't mind if I can get 12 from him. For right now, I'm only going to go with those 5 titans. As far as defense, I'm always looking all the way down for the Jets, So the Jets against Seattle, I don't mind them again. And Jacksonville was another defense I played yesterday, and they came through for me. They gave me 14 fantasy points. They were 2K, so it's possible. And definitely, Jets against Seattle, I wouldn't mind going there for sure. But there are other defense you can play. I mean, New England was 2.4K, and they just went off 31 fantasy points. New Orleans is 3.8. The good thing is no team over 4K, so that is good. You can go Chiefs against Miami because Tua could possibly be trying to catch up to an interceptions, getting sacks and stuff like that. If you don't go this way, you can do that too. But again, I'm looking forward mostly to play the cheap defense. As far as the mid price, Seattle against the Jets, if you want to go there, because the Jets quarterback, he's just bad. All right, and who is Denver is playing? Carolina. If you want to go with Carolina, you can do that. I was looking at them. Let's see, but Carolina. Yeah, so defense is not something I really do. Let's go ahead and pick. As far as all the quarterbacks I gave you guys, the guy I'm gonna look. Man, I know I didn't talk about. I know I wanted to do a Mahomes things here because Mahomes wasn't. Yeah, so let's go with that Mahomes. That's my early look. So most likely, Mahomes is not the guy I'm gonna look to play a lot. I will play him, but not a lot. But I wanna try one with Mahomes here. We go with Mahomes, and let's go with the tight end. So I'm gonna go with the tight end. I might do 2 here. So the tight end. Now you're gonna have to look for play like Montgomery is getting a little bit expensive. So I'm gonna go with Drake here. I just wanted to show you this real quick, but that's not who I have. I'm gonna give you the 5 guys I have. Let me go ahead and do this one, and then let's go with the receivers here. I'm gonna go with Crowder. And I'm gonna go with Chalk here. That's not the like when I'm looking at a team like that. That's not gonna be a popular team. Or, you're not gonna get anybody that's very popular here. Maybe Kelsey might be popular even at 7.4K, but Chalk most likely not gonna be popular. Crowder may be, because of what he did, might become popular, and Drake might not be popular. So that's a team I'm gonna try to do. But let me go ahead and give you guys the 5 players that I have right now, and those 5 players are no Herbert, and of course I'm gonna go with his man Allen here, 7.7K. And I like Crowder regardless. He'll be my second guy here. And for tight end, my tight end, of course, I'm gonna go with. I love the Tennessee game, so I love the Tennessee game, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with Engram here. So that could change once. I could change, but for right now I'm gonna go with Engram. My tight end, sorry, my running back guys. It looks like I have this guy every single time. And that will be, let me look at my notes real quick. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go with Elliott here. Elliott here. So, I like Elliott against Cincinnati this week. I expect him to have a good game here. And you still have 4.K left. Again, I'm going to go ahead and plug the Jets as I usually come. For some reason, the last 2 weeks I've been playing the Jets a lot. And for second running back, I love this guy, so I'm going to have to put him in there. So I have to think between Henry on my list. I have Robinson, I have Eckler. I love Eckler this week, but do I want to put him with his quarterback? Yeah, I can do that because he catches the ball a lot, but I'm not gonna do that. So I love Montgomery a lot, and I do like Robinson, but I'm gonna take the discount here and go with Montgomery here. All right, and let's see. So then I'm gonna go with Drake here as my. And then you have 5.1, and you can find you a nice receiver. Lazard is a guy you can go to. So if I'm gonna look at the cheap, I know I haven't. Once I will have some other receivers once I my final notes, so I will be able to make this lineup work. But right now, when I'm looking at this right now, Lazard is one of the guy I'm looking to play. Dallas against Cincinnati, so Tyler Boyd is a guy. CeeDee Lamb, Nelson Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar to me is a good pick, but Kiki could be a great pick there. All right, so and you can yeah. So as far as down there, Tempachi had a great game, but basically it's because of the touchdowns. What you can do here, it's here against so. If you want to bring somebody back, once I do it, when I do my final thoughts, I might do it that way where I bring somebody back from ATL. But for right now, I'm going to go with Herbert, Elliott, Montgomery. Herbert, Elliott, Crowder, Allen, and Engram. All right. So I might have to decide to take Engram out and bring Ferguson or somebody else that's cheaper, so I can go ahead and bring somebody back from Atlanta. All right, guys, that's my first look for week 14. Thank you. I have a long flight tomorrow evening. It's like a 16-hour flight. So appreciate you guys, and I will be posting my latest video as far as FD should be following maybe around 6 p.m. And then later this week I will post my final thoughts on this week. Thank you guys. Please subscribe and let's win some money. I know there's Monday. The Monday's game is gonna start in about, well, by the time you guys saw this video, most likely it's gonna start. Anyway, I'm out. Appreciate you guys. Drop a like in this video for me.